A pioneer of the
Like this kid.
scene, an award-winning food entrepreneur.
I know a lot of you wonder what to do with your moon pies. Well, I've got some wine suggestions for you. Lemon moon pies, Sauvignon Blanc, Chenin Blanc, or Pinot Grigio.
Stuart Reb Donald, acclaimed food and travel writer and world-class chef. I was chef de casserole. I made the casseroles in the frozen food department. For more than a decade, they've combined their expertise to answer your questions and introduce you to the culinary movers and shakers you want or ought to know. Four-time Taste Award finalists, 12-time Nappy Award losers. They are the dynamic duo of dining.
Oh, let's get a mics. Well,
Mike just
Good
started
morning.
talking to air.
well, good morning. Welcome to another installation of the Sip and Chew with Mike and Stu
Yeah, that's
show
us. That's us. That's we're doing
live on FM Talk 106.5
on the FM talk.
on the FM Talk. So no static at all, as they used to say. But anyway, welcome to the show. Thank you for listening. It's sunshiny outside right now.
Oh no! When I pulled in, there's a big dark one
but
back over there.
it looks a little
Yeah.
grayish, bluish right over there.
But July is the rainiest month in the year in Mobile, which is the rainiest city in the 48 contiguous.
Oh yeah.
This is not abnormal. This
Oh,
is just July. Enjoy it, because next month there won't be any of this, and you add another $100 to your power bill.
Yeah, I know. It's just the fact of life now.
Yeah.
Everything.
I mean, I just
goes up,
got
up.
my power bill Thursday or Friday, $200 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath.
Mine was $200 for one bed.
Exactly. See, the rain has kept it down.
Mm-hmm. So it could always. What you're saying, it could be worse.
Yeah. There was a July several years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago,
Mhm.
where it just stormed every day and everybody kept complaining. I'm like, I got a $112 power bill. I don't care.
I take longer hot showers now.
Man,
I had a friend say, "Yeah, but I don't like brushing my teeth with hot water."
I was checking out that the new green space that the city has built along 3 Mile Creek that goes from Tricentennial Park there behind Mobile Infirmary
Mm-hmm.
and goes about 3 miles or so and ends right behind South Alabama
Would
Women's
that be
Children.
3 Mile Creek?
That would be 3 Mile Creek. That's why
Okay.
it's called the 3 Mile Creek Green Space. But
Well, that's brilliant.
I did not think to pack any water with me because I thought, well, I'm just going to walk along this green space.
You're going to sip out of the stream.
And fish a little bit, I wasn't planning for a hike in 100 and something degree, heat index.
Mm-hmm.
And I got, I don't know, 3/4 of a mile up. And I was thinking, man, I really should have brought some water. And I look up, boom, the city has a lovely, lovely water fountain. 3 different ways to access it. One of them close to the ground with the pups.
Yeah.
One of them, just like we had in school. And then another one where it pours straight down so you can fill your water bottle up.
That's cool.
So I went over there to take a little glug of that 100-degree heat index water. I was like, oh, I need to let this run a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was hot water coming out of there. I could have made tea with it.
Yeah.
But it's a beautiful green space, and it's on both sides of 3 Mile Creek. In fact, Siena Vista, which used to be a wonderful street for those of you who
Mm-hmm.
and during Christmas, but as new people moved in, the tradition fell off, and that's what makes something beautiful. It's temporary. Nothing that's permanent is beautiful. So, but Siena Vista ends right there on this green space.
Right.
There's a nice parking area, and you can go out and access 3 Mile Creek.
Christmas time, you had to go down Siena Vista.
Yeah.
You had to go down.
Yeah, you had to spend 20 minutes on Spring Hill so that you could spend 5 minutes rolling through the neighborhood and seeing the old dude that sat on the porch and waved in his Santa
The people
outfit.
who didn't like their houses.
Yeah, there was
They're
like 2
great.
families that moved in, and they're just like, yeah, we don't do Christmas. And then from then on, it's just like as people died out. And then what was it?
Things changed.
Woodley got big out in Chickasaw.
Yeah.
And then there was some neighborhood off of Cottage Hill where the whole neighborhood would just line the streets with the,
Yeah, a lot of
the
neighborhoods
bags with the candles.
do
and
that. I was driving through one time and some of the bags were on fire. So, but I love the house over by Food Pack. It's like just a rock's throw down the road.
Oh yeah,
Food Pack. It is the Griswolds.
it is.
It is.
No, it looks good.
But yeah,
but I mean, there's not a blade of grass without a blinking light on
I know it.
it.
Yeah.
And
It's like,
and that's your Christmas in July episode.
Imagine his power bill. Well, it's less than 5 months away now. It's not too certain.
What else is only like a month or so away, Mike?
I don't know.
You were just talking about it before we went on air. College football.
Oh yeah. Well,
You brought up the
we're
subject.
34 days away from kickoff,
Uh-huh.
and to me, that's tailgate.
Yep.
That brings
Food and drink.
and I've already been invited to a Auburn game.
Oh, cool. Which one?
Yeah, I don't know yet. I get to pick.
Oh,
I
if
get to pick.
take Oklahoma because that's going to be historic. They've never been to Jordan Hare
Well,
Stadium.
my buddy whose birthday's a few days after mine, we're both Leos. He says you haven't tailgated till you've been to an Auburn tailgate. So I'm looking forward
That's
to
true.
it.
Yeah, I love tailgating. Even we should go to a Southern Mississippi game sometime or South Alabama.
I love the stadium itself. But,
Yeah, I finally got to see it at Senior Bowl. It was really nice.
I hope they do a good job. I have not been to a regular season game to see how the tailgating is set up.
They have competitions every week, I believe.
Oh, good. That'd be great.
Yeah, they were taking it. So you and I tried to get aligned with them, and then I can't ever get off Saturdays. Yeah. It's just.
Well, I've got a friend in Baltimore, and he's invited me to come up for a Sunday game. And so what I thought about doing was turning it into
A weekend.
A weekend, go to an Auburn game, and then go to Baltimore.
Yeah. Well, if you honestly, the Oklahoma game I would recommend because it is a historical thing. Oklahoma visited Bryant Denny about 10 years ago, maybe a little more than that, when Stoops was at Oklahoma. Alabama and Oklahoma did a home-and-home series, and I attended both games. It was phenomenal. Both schools just knocked it out of the park. The energy was great. Both games were great. I think a touchdown or two difference that were back and forth. And it was because no matter what you think of the Big 12, Oklahoma and Texas, their traditions stack up with anything we have.
Oh, yeah.
Especially Oklahoma. Texas, not so much.
But what about the real competition? What about the food?
The food.
That's all
I have been tailgating in Oklahoma at an Oklahoma game. Fajitas, brother. Oh my gosh. Steak and chicken fajitas and then like 7-8 foot long tables covered with condiments.
Like Texas brisket.
Texas. Yeah. Oh, you got to know the barbecue in Austin is phenomenal. You got to know it. Did you just realize you were on TV?
No, I knew.
No. Mike looked over at the YouTube and was startled by himself.
So. No, I saw somebody on there. 2 weeks in a row he's written my hair.
Oh, good. Yeah. Y'all remember, y'all can go to our Facebook page, you can go to our YouTube channel, or you can listen to us on the Redidio.
Yeah, Redidio. I like that.
Multiple ways of finding.
I'm going to use that one day and it'll send us.
If you follow me on the Twitter, you can watch us on the Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just shared it to it. I circumvented that other garbage. Okay. Apparently, Elon wants us to pay extra to stream straight to Twitter.
Oh.
So I just went to YouTube and shared it to my Twitter account.
Okay.
There you go, right there.
I'm easily distracted.
Yeah. Mike's like,
well, since I look at you now when I'm talking, and I go this way.
He's like,
Steve will make a move, and I turn my head.
Mike's ducking. So we're going to be joined at the bottom of the hour, hopefully, by Mr. Danny Calametti.
I wonder what he's got to talk about.
I bet it has something to do with food sport.
You think so?
Yeah.
I was hoping it was something.
Where did he say he was on the road again to?
Tuscaloosa.
Tuscaloosa. Yeah. Okay. Do not eat Nick and the sticks, buddy.
We ought to get the full story on that. The whole thing, not the truth, nothing but the truth.
It's already out. That's what the problem is. Yeah. Y'all just go look on Twitter. We're not going to discuss it. It's too negative, I think.
It can lead into down rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Many rabbit holes.
Yeah.
Rabbit's pretty good. I like rabbit.
I love me some rabbit. Now, hippity hop is good eating. Oh,
251-343-0106 is the Callahan's
Irish Social Club in Texas.
Calling Texas.
There you go. He saw a bunny. Sorry.
Mobile. What did Danny say?
Magazine to showcase the history.
Yeah, Danny's on the line already. Danny's on the line already.
Well, you want to ask him if he wants to go ahead because he's on the road.
Okay.
He may want to go ahead and just get it out of the way this segment.
When you subscribe to Mobile Bay Magazine,
Mr. Calametti. Hey, it's Steve, producer at FM Talk. We know you're on the road. Did you want to go ahead and go in this segment? We're ready to go whenever they are. All right. Hold on a second. We'll see how they work it out.
Is it the
hotels or whatever?
Oh, okay.
Clean Campus Program are all programs available to you and your groups. Join us, Alabama Pals, and
We have a new comment over there from YouTube.
Alabama the Beautiful. For more information, go to ALPals.
I was trying it to see if it's working. We don't ever.
The ABA and this.
Did you notice, Stu, I updated the intro for
I was
not 10 times, but 12 times?
I did not. That's cool. What's good that we can just re-record that every
Well,
year.
he recorded that line to stream, and I re-record that line and then check out the 12 because I like how he's inflected in the right places on certain ways. That's why I keep all my productions. I just so that way I can go back in and
Cobble them back together. I'd like to keep all of my video clips, but it just takes up so much space. So what I end up doing is saving the master copy that I upload. And anything I want to use from that, I just go back in and edit it out. And use it.
That's why I have an external hard drive.
I do too, and it's full.
Like 3 terabytes.
Oh, this was a 2 terabyte.
Yeah. So I'm good. Yeah, I just keep all, for example, I'll put all videos in one folder for a project.
Yeah.
That way I just go back to them or whatever.
It's how you encourage people to buy your products, services, or ideas.
I bought a 2 terabyte thumb drive, but it just doesn't always recognize stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
And it loses stuff, and I just went, well.
I've gone through.
We can create an effective advertising campaign. Our listeners are eager for information.
Tony said, hope we have a wonderful day.
Oh, yay. Thanks, Tony.
I didn't go there this morning.
Uh-oh. He's checking to make sure you're alive. Huh? He's checking to make sure you're alive.
Here we go.
Hey, Michael.
See,
Where would you recommend someone go in the middle of the week if they wanted a really good burger in the Midtown area?
oh, there's no other place but like Butch Cassidy's
Huh? And they're in the Flow-Shell District?
and the Flow-Shell District, right there in the heart of Flow-Shell District.
What would you recommend if it were morning time and they were closer to downtown?
Oh, there's no other place like Bob's Downtown down there on the corner of Fat and Happy,
Oh, I know that place. I know
Yeah.
that place.
which is the corner of North Jackson and St. Francis Street. One of the big red umbrellas out front on a good day.
On a good day.
Yeah.
On a bad day, they're yellow
No,
because it's
just
caution.
because it's probably windy.
Oh, okay. So no,
Or
it'd be
either
no
closed,
color.
Or either
They're no color. Well, when you eat breakfast, do you like sausage?
I do too.
Do you have a sausage
I
you
love
recommend?
sausage. Well, I always recommend to my friends Hall's Sausage and Wholesale Meats.
Out of Chickasaw?
Out of Chickasaw, especially the Cajun smoke.
Yeah. All right.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it.
Nothing like it. And let me tell you, now I put it in my collards. I chop it up, put it in my eggs. I put it in my cabbage, stewed cabbage. There's a lot of things you can put it in. Just chop it up and put it over rice
There you go.
or in a gravy over your mashed potatoes. It's just got a lot. To me, it's got a lot of more and better flavors, in my opinion, than the other
Options. that are out
leading
there.
sausages that are out there.
Yeah. It's they're on Dewey sauce. Like I've said before, I've been in competitions and there were Louisiana chefs that were blown away by how much better it was, in their words, than anything they could get in Louisiana.
Yeah, I've heard that a good bit of times.
Yeah. Well, all righty. We have a caller, don't we?
Uh-huh.
Yes, we do. Danny Calametti of the infamous Brothers Calametti is online, and you got some things to talk about, don't you, Danny? All right. Oh, is it?
Ooh, what a hoot that guy is.
Yes. P.O. what?
Paloma.
Paloma.
Paloma? Yeah. Mm.
Woo. Oh, wow.
Mm. Ooh, yeah.
That's worth it right there. Wow.
Yeah. And World Food Championships moved to Indianapolis this year, didn't it?
What's the Facebook page to go to, Danny? Throwing a curve. Thank you.
All right. And where else should they go if they have questions or concerns or want to see a schedule of what you guys have planned? All right. Well, Mike and I may have to tag along with y'all to Indianapolis this year simply because that's the home of the St. Elmo Steakhouse, one of the great steakhouses in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, I will. I will. So that's the 10th. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm,
Go
I'm,
cheer
I'm
Brady on.
probably interested. I'm probably interested in Friday night. So anyway, Danny, thank you so much.
Safe travels, brother.
251-343-0106 is the Callahan's Irish Social Club call and texting line.
Hey, got it all in. You're batting 500, that'd make you an all-star in baseball. I have a fundamental problem with a game.
With what?
I have a fundamental problem with any sport where when you fail 70% of the time, you're an all-star. That's batting 300 makes you an all-star. I mean, 70% of the time you fail to get the job.
But when you hit the ball, where's it go? What do you do? How many RBIs do you get? How many? runs that you score. I mean, you know, the math in baseball and the math with paper towels and toilet tissue, just mind-boggling.
FM Talk 106.5, the Gulf Coast Weather Authority.
Liberty is a wonderful gift to have. At Whiteboard's Liberty Safe, it's
I gotta go across the street when I leave here. I gotta go to West Marine over here, or Marine West, what it's called. I want to get me one of those aluminum poles, got a hook on the end that they use to grab lines in the water, you know, because in my pickup truck now, when shit, when stuff slides to the front, I can't reach it, and I'm too old and fat to get up there in the back of the truck. I just rather just have something pull it toward me. Get one that's periscope so I can adjust the length. Probably
Telescope.
You try Harbor Freight.
Or
right down here, this Northern Tool Supply Company.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there first because it is.
It'll be a premium price,
Yeah.
but they may have something similar for a quarter of that. One of those places.
Yeah.
Just like you, save
I just need something that I can
Here's how they do it. They monitor the
make
products,
smaller and put it behind my
just
back
with
seat.
most well-respected
Oh,
brand name
telescoping.
life insurance
Yeah.
companies you trust, so that you
Periscope and
get the lowest rates.
telescoping.
For example, a healthy
Scoping.
can buy
Yeah.
$500,000 of
Telescoping.
10-year level term for less than $20.
Shower curtain rotting.
Don't forget to ask them about
Periscoping
life
is-
plans to guarantee your money back, even if you outlive your policy.
You know what I mean.
You're aeroscoping either way.
You know what I mean.
Para or tele.
1787. Find out how much you can save on your life insurance. Call AccuQuote today at 1-800.
What we're gonna talk about? Oh, I got a birthday.
That's
You have what?
1-800-318.
Birthday and then National Day is.
College football is here. The FM Talk 106.5 College.
After that, I don't have anything else to talk about. Steve, you want to talk about?
We'll figure it out.
With the most points at the end of the year will be crowned FM Talk 106.5's chairman. Sign up through the website page of FM Talk 106.5.
You know how to say Pilate's last name?
You're good to go.
Moldavano.
Just log in to runyourpool.com, confirm your entry, and get back in the game. Time's running
Check
out.
that out.
Sign up before Saturday,
Time
August
lapse
31st.
of an osprey.
Grand
That's
prizes
cool.
soon. Questions,
Uh-huh.
email Dalton@fmtalk1065.com. Mike Bailey.
That's me.
Fred Donald. Devoted to the complete gastronomic experience.
I want big butter and eggman.
Mike too.
Now the 12-time nappy loser.
I'm a butter and egg man. Hey, listen,
Hey,
somebody's birthday's today. You know that guy that makes sandwiches?
Vlad Moldavano,
Yeah. Is that him?
owner of Mediterranean Sandwich Company that just opened their newest location in Fairhope.
I know.
Yeah, which is their first franchise location.
Okay.
And
Yes,
the
that's right.
And I know the franchisee.
Yeah.
It's Vlad's
right.
cousin Andre.
All right. You go, Andre.
Who is a cool, loves him a motorcycle.
Really?
The speed bikes too, the leather outfits, all of just live for it. He like Vlad is from Romania,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a big part of the culture where he was in Romania, and he has come to Mobile and found other people that are into the same kind of. And this is not the Harley bikes; these are like the rice rockets they call them.
Crotch rockets.
Yeah, and which are just it's a piece of machinery goes.
Mm-hmm.
They are just spectacular.
Yeah.
They go so fast.
That's great. But the other day I was on 98 and this guy just came up between all the cars in them, riding the dotted line right down between cars. You know?
You know what mattress he chose?
So my two best friends, both of them rode a motorcycle in high school. And one of them was coming across the Bayway. There were two cars in front of him in each lane. He was in the left-hand lane, and there was a car to the right of him. And for whatever reason, the car in the right-hand lane decided it wanted in his lane. And he honked, and they paid no attention, so he dropped a gear and just shot between the two cars in front of him. When he told my other buddy that, he said, I just usually wait till they get close enough and knock on the window. That tends to get their attention.
Yeah, I just had a friend lose his life on a motorcycle
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
so
I'm too old to learn to ride a motorcycle. I would love to, but Too dangerous.
I
And
don't even get on the scooters downtown.
yeah, well,
It's easier to drive throughs.
Where you put your food.
saddlebags
The back seat.
Okay.
in the wicker basket on the front
There you
handlebar.
go. I put my wicker basket off my bicycle. I didn't
You
want
put a whiskey basket on your
there you go, a wine carrier,
bicycle.
wine holder. I did have a beer hugger mounted to my bicycle, but the roads are too bumpy
It's
downtown.
also still DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But
it was a
anyway.
root beer. It was a root
Yeah,
beer.
that's right. That's what it was.
Root beer hole.
But there's so many potholes downtown
Yeah.
that by the time I get to my destination, I was out of beer or root beer.
Root beer. Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is that the reason why there's a difference between calling it a pop or a drink? When my kids were raised down here, so everything.
It's a Coke. Yeah.
Yeah, I was either it's Dr. Pepper, or you call it what it was,
Well, it's
Sprite,
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. Now
Sprite
they just want a drink.
Mhm.
So I kind of was wondering if that's the tie-in, if there's so many alcoholic beverages on, well, it's just my drink. And just be general and vague about it rather than, call it what it is. I don't know.
Yeah. Here's my Coke. There's my Bud Light.
Just a thought.
I think we do differentiate our beers.
Yeah.
Our sodas not so much.
Priorities, yeah.
But I know we ain't got no pop down here. We don't have any pop down here.
Yeah. Here's something a lot of people don't know.
Drink.
Root beer is an alcoholic beverage. When
It
you make
was
root beer,
originally,
it produces, well, it still is. It's just the commercial stuff that's out there has less than 1%, so they don't have to report it. But if you make it at home, it'll be 2 to 3%.
They
Really?
Yeah. It's just a natural byproduct of the fermentation
well
process.
they do have hard root beer.
Actual
Yeah.
root beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
And it was meant to be an alcoholic beverage. It's like what they call the beer in Oklahoma, near beer, because they only allow 3% maximum.
Was that part of the prohibition? In
Probably.
Florida that-
Problem. They probably
it was
figured
the
out a way.
pharmacists who invented it. Always, usually.
Yeah, same with Coca-Cola.
Because they
Dr.
have a
Pepper.
soda fountain there too. So.
Yeah. And the soda was what they were trying to make palatable so that it would ease the stomach.
I got you.
Medicinally.
Yeah.
Medicinally.
Yeah. Well, whiskey's medicinal. It keeps your blood thin.
That's
It does.
so does aspirin. That's
Yeah.
anyway.
Yeah.
But
it ain't as fun.
anyway, happy birthday, Vlad.
Yeah. What? Now,
That's a long way around. I wish
He
you
has-
Vlad happy birthday.
he has 2 ventures now.
What's
In
that?
addition to
Oh yeah, I
the
bet.
sandwich companies, he owns a charter fishing boat
Yeah.
that you could go out into the Gulf with them. And Steve missed all my days of hanging out with my buddy Vlad at Mediterranean Sandwich Company years ago. He got into kayak fishing, Steve, when he moved to the Mobile area
That's challenging.
and started doing redfish tournaments to the point that he was making more money from redfish tournaments than he was from having 4 restaurants.
Have a friend I know, her too. She got in just to go do something on the weekends, and now she's a professional redfish tournament person. And she moved to Florida, and that's what she does is compete in redfish tournaments, and that's how she makes her living.
Yeah,
Wow.
Vlad finally got
Sponsors.
tired of paddling the kayak and bought a big boat, a big boy boat. I said,
But one of them got spanked pretty bad there in Sally
yeah,
a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
and that's part of what comes with being a boat owner.
Yeah, yeah. I won't ever do that because I ain't got time. I'd just rather go out on somebody else, like Vlad's boat. That way I
You hear that, Bob?
don't
You can suddenly dropping an invitation for it.
But yeah, I mean, you look at a person like Vlad, he come to this country. He's living the American dream.
He
And
is.
he's worked his butt off to do
Yeah,
it.
got a beautiful wife.
That
Beautiful. I mean,
that doesn't hurt.
So, yeah, he married over his head, but great kids.
Oh, yeah.
His son,
beautiful
I think
family.
his son was like 6 before he got his first haircut. That little dude had some hair, son.
You got it.
I mean, it was long.
If you got it, show it.
Yeah, no kid. Hey, if I still had hair, it'd be past my shoulders. I look good in my meatloaf days.
By the dashboard light.
Yeah. Exactly. I was at some friends had invited a buddy of mine and I to go to this gay nightclub in Nashville that was famous for their stage show. So you guys will love the show. Come on down with us, you know. And we did, and it was a great show, very entertaining. But one of the performers did a little stand-up routine and would get down and mosey through the audience and pick people out. And she picked my buddy Dave to pick on and said, now he's straight. Y'all just leave him alone. He clearly doesn't want anything to do with another dude. Am I right? And Dave, yeah. And she's just picking on him, finds him a girl and all this, and has her sitting on his knee. And y'all make a cute couple. And finally noticed me sitting next to him with hair to my belt and a black and green tie-dyed pirate shirt on and 5 dangly earrings. And she went, spotlight, and put it on me. She goes, ladies and gentlemen, Meatloaf. And I went home, looked in the mirror, and went, oh my God, I look like Meatloaf.
Everybody has a twin.
Yeah. And it was a wonderful night. It was fun. It's like the shows people go to in New Orleans just for the act.
I used to have them at the Alchemy before it was Alchemy. It used to be Club Park Avenue downtown.
But this was
shows.
This was Connections was the name of this club. And it was in downtown Nashville. It was very popular by everyone. People this one just had a really great show. The cocktails were great and all that. It was the only time I went, but we had a blast.
Yeah.
It really was fun. But her nailing me as Meatloaf, man, that was the highlight of the night.
You could have made a living.
Actually, when I mentioned it to one of my assistant managers that worked for me at Stakeout, who had been a manager for bands, I think Driving and Crying, he was their manager.
Wow.
And he looked and he goes, I never noticed it, but you're right. He goes, dude, I could get us complimentary drinks at any strip club in Tennessee. Just dress up like Meatloaf. And I went, that's all we can do with that? He goes, well, yeah, man, it's Meatloaf.
Hey, on the internet here, we got Mr. Cheeseman said hi. Asa Cheeseman.
How you doing?
Fish River John says hi.
Hey, John from
Tony
Fish River.
Sawyer says hi. Patty Clark says hi.
Now, Tony Sawyer, he owns...
Joe Lane Jr. says hi.
All right. Patty Clark. But Tony owns a restaurant, doesn't he?
It's a great one.
Yeah. Bob's Downtown Diner. And of course, Patty Cake's one of the great pastry chefs in the entire Gulf.
Just had a birthday recently. But John, man, Fish River John.
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Yeah, hope you're doing well. I was just thinking about you this morning, John. Hope you're doing well, buddy.
I bet I could wet a line in his yard, couldn't I?
With all this rain, we got to walk down the hill a little bit. But
do you want to know where I'm thinking about doing an episode?
Where?
You are a fan, or had been for years, of Flea Market Mobile.
Mm-hmm.
Well, right at the side of their parking lot is a swamp.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to see if I can't snatch something.
Cost you $1.
Not Monday through Friday.
That's true.
But heck, even $1, that's not bad.
I don't think I'm going to be there very much longer.
Yeah, that's what you were telling me that you went last week. And
yeah, the rumor, well, this is what I heard from the vendors, is that they want to sell that property as commercial. So
yeah.
So that's sad.
Again,
you know, people have started business.
Beautiful, unless it's temporary.
Yeah. You know, people have started businesses there.
Yep.
And I noticed some food trucks have been there, and then I realized why the food trucks are there, because the concession stands are closed down. Yeah. And there's a lot of high school kids working there on weekends, doing that in the holidays. To me, it's sad because I have 3 or 4 vendors that look out for wine openers for me, and they weren't there anymore. And so I guess I might have to go to Pensacola or go to Mississippi, where the flea markets are, to try to.
And you know, it may be that this presents an opportunity for someone else to start one in another part of the county.
That would be a great idea.
And then they can start a whole new tradition.
There you go. There you go.
Tradition is useless if it doesn't end at some point.
There was a flea market over in Baldwin County for the longest time.
Yeah, there still is. I don't know how active they are on the weekends, but they had to be more active than what's going on out there this week. So, but I bought a wine opener, paid $2 for it two months ago, and it was worth over $200. And it was made in 1898. So when it was made in Paris, and it's worth over $200.
You like doing local primarily rather than doing like
Well,
eBay or
it's-
marketplace?
I went on eBay to find out what it's selling for, and
Engage.
but I'm not going to sell. I'm going to keep it. 251-343-0106 is Callahan's Irish Social Club. Call and text in line. Let's hear from you.
Yep. That's what 2 cents to get you these days. Yo.
You. There's you ever watch Storage Wars?
Oh God, yeah.
I know of
There
it,
was,
but I haven't watched
one of
it.
the original Storage Wars years ago. Kid on there, Dave. I think it's not Dave. Anyway, yup.
Yeah, he would say YUP. Yup.
Yeah.
Uh,
Drawn out. Yup.
I was going through some boxes last night, and I don't know where I found it. Yeah, I love Dave. I almost got one of his hats. I liked what's his name? He always had the funky cars, you know, like the Jet.
Oh, the former record rep. He was the white-haired guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a former record rep, and in records and radio. I cannot remember his name.
But I found a little white box. I found in a box, and it had a sterling silver gold chain, kind of heavyweight chain in it, and another sterling silver earrings and chain too. And I'm going, where the hell did this come from? But I'm gonna see what I can get for it. I found some old, which I knew I had these, and I gave Fish River John some of them, some old metal.
Barry Weiss.
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah.
Some old metal signs. Like I gave him a few with Dixie beer, and I went on eBay, and there are no Dixie beer signs like what I have. So I could probably set my price.
American Pickers.
I got 6
There's another one like that.
Oh, I love American Pickers.
They came by when I was working at K99. That's 2000. Jeez. And they were over at Hurley.
Yeah,
And they came by the station and we talked, and it's pretty interesting.
they did a show, they did a spin-off show that I think they produced, and it was based on the little storage unit place out on 181 and 32 a long time ago, and it was like a little. It was a game show, and they would tell them to go out and look for this and look for that, and make deals on it. Whoever sold the most that day won. And that wasn't entertaining to me.
We tried to get them to come to my parents' house before our estate sale because they were so saturated with the lab lamp.
They should have went to Nancy's, because Nancy's. Nancy's. Are we coming back?
Michael,
You know what I would play for? I would play
Pray.
for a bowl.
Pray.
Huh?
pray,
I thought it play
pray.
because he's a musician.
Yeah, but they're praying for gumbo.
Oh, okay. Well, I would pray for some cornmeal battered fried fish, catfish,
Would you put it on top of grits?
Gouda grits for sure. Yeah.
Where could I get something
Bob's
like that?
Downtown Diner, corner fat and happy. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it this morning. I go,
Yeah, that
I
sounds
need
really
that.
good.
I need that.
But I went to Waffle House last night and had grits for dinner.
I had grits this morning.
Yeah.
But
So
home grits, at home.
these were lumpy,
Okay.
but they tasted fine.
Okay. I like hitting slow. I like my mashed potatoes lumpy. So anyway, and I would like to have some Hall sausage and wholesale meats on the side there.
Little Cajun sausage.
The Cajun smoke. Yes.
You
smoked Cajun
ever
sausage.
made a corn dog out of the beef sausage?
You know, I've been looking. I've seen a couple of videos about making corn dogs with different sausages.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I did one like 11
that
years
has-
ago.
That has crossed my mind.
Yeah.
I don't have
You'll-
a fryer though.
You'll want to, if anyone trying this at home,
Mm-hmm.
you'll want to roast the sausage like in the oven
Mm-hmm.
first to get out the excess fat. Otherwise, it'll just saturate the corn dog. That's from experience.
Mm-hmm.
But I like to roast it a little bit to get a little of that excess fat, let it cool down, then dip it in there
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Because it's got a pork sausage like that's got considerably more fat in it than a hot dog does. Yeah. Even though there's a good deal in it, a hot dog is what's called a press meat, which is it's essentially liquefied. Then they add transglutamate into it to help it set back up.
Right.
So you don't have as much fat leaking out of it when you cook it as you do from smoked sausage.
Yeah.
I'll tell you where I learned that the hard way. Yeah. But first, you got something you want to say.
Well, we got Brooks Cassie's over there on the corner of Florida and O'Shell in the heart of Floshell.
Yeah. You can get your red beans rice.
On Monday, it's got sausage on it, red beans and rice. Don't forget on Wednesdays is pork chop day.
Fried pork chops.
Fried pork chops.
Yeah.
And there is a Hall's connection there.
Oh, they get the pork chops from Hall's?
Yeah.
There you go, because it's Hall's sausage and wholesale meat restaurateurs.
Right. And they're local, both local.
Yep. But I was making a recipe, this is in the 90s, of Emeril Lagasse's savory cheesecake, which he made with a Ritz cracker crust on there and andouille sausage, which would be perfect with Hall's. I skipped the rendering the sausage part that he recommended, and it was so greasy, but it was delicious.
Yeah.
But it was that greasiness where 2 or 3 bites and your stomach just felt heavy, like grease-soaked French fries. It was just too much, but it was delicious. And had I just rendered that sausage before putting it into this savory cheesecake, I would have had a heck of a dish. By the way, and those of you going, sausage and cheesecake. Cheesecake is not a cake, nor does it contain cheese. It is a custard pie. And custard pies can be savory or sweet. We used to do that. Did you ever have it, the bacon savory cheesecake that we used to do at Little House Midtown?
No, I didn't. I never ate that.
Very famous. We used Benton's bacon out of Tennessee, which is like Billy's and Newski's out of Wisconsin. It's a very high-end bacon. When that stuff got delivered, because it was shipped FedEx. It's not like we could get that from a distributor. So we would order like a case, 40-pound case once a week. As soon as the case was delivered, the entire restaurant smelled like a barbecue joint. That bacon was stellar. Now, with Billy's, it's a light smoke. This seemed almost like they smoked.
That's a serenaded smoke.
Right. But it's more the cold smoking style that you get with most bacon. At Bentley's, they smoked it, I would say, twice as long. You could shave this stuff off and just eat it.
Yeah.
It was somewhere between a bacon and a jerky in texture. Wow. But also arm and leg, super expensive.
I know. I just wanted to jump this in here. John Siskiak says hello from Longview, Texas on Facebook.
Oh, he's got to go by Bodacious.
That's Fish River John.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And speaking of fishing, Sean Sullivan says, come to my house and do a fishing episode. He says, I'm in.
There we go.
Yeah.
And LV says you can come fish in my yard.
There we go.
LV. Hey, listen, last Sunday when I left here,
yes,
went out to the flea market, but I went to the Piggly Wiggly on
Oh,
University
okay.
Boulevard.
Thank you. I thought you was talking about a barbecue place. I'm like,
No.
Where's this?
I got some mortadella.
Oh, you got your mortadella.
I got some mortadella, and the only thing I would do different next time on the mortadella is get it sliced thinner.
Thinner.
Yeah, I've got it. Didn't have the flexibility I like, but it was still delicious.
Yeah.
So I made about 6 different types of sandwiches out of the mortadella. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the one they sell at the Piggly Wiggly on University Boulevard has the pistachios in it.
Right.
And oh man, then all of a sudden I see hundreds of videos of how they make it. And it's just unbelievable.
Well, it's a press meat like I was talking about with a hot dog, where you literally press the meat to the point that all of the muscle fibers break down, and you end up with a paste. And that's what a hot dog is. That's what bologna is, and that's what mortadella is. And then they add in the lardon, the straight fat.
Yeah.
You got your pistachio, and then you just make it like you would bologna.
Yeah.
And you're right. It is. Now, it ain't anything you eat on a diet.
No.
I mean,
well,
it's.
well,
Unless you're on a Mortadella diet.
The only thing, another thing I would do, I would put it on seeded rye bread.
You did or what?
I wouldn't. It's
Okay.
too much. It's too much flavor.
Too much going on there.
Too much going on.
Yeah.
And what I'm gonna do is I did it on a brioche. I want to do it on a croissant. But croissants are like $5 a piece now at the store. And but I want to try it with bacon and fried egg next.
Okay. Yeah, because that's what you need when you've got essentially bologna with chunks of pure pork fat in it.
You know,
and some bacon.
my doctor told me my cholesterol's too high too the other day at my checkup.
What a surprise.
So, this little experiment might get to end soon.
Dude's got bacon fat in an IV unit walking around downtown.
When you said a word about barbecue, I'm going to Lucedale on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
So I'll probably.
Which one you headed to this time?
I don't know. I'm trying to make my mind up.
There's one, if you keep going 26 past Hokies,
Mm-hmm.
there's another one way out there. The one time I tried to go, I was there on a day they were closed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they're closed Tuesday. I think I was out there on a Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try that because it's just like a shack on the side of 26 out in the middle of nowhere.
That's the way I like them.
Yeah. That's going to be, Hokies is great. And then what's the other one that you can
The
go?
one downtown that's right by a landmark. I keep forgetting the name of it, but I like the burnt in pork belly over the frittata and the collards and.
Yeah, there you go. There's something.
Oh,
pork
boy.
belly. I do
That's
that.
good.
I say that after eating 4 pieces of pork belly the other night. Well, I told you I made the pork belly. I just every day I'd eat like 1 piece with a little barbecue.
Real quick, fish belly. Have you ever heard somebody?
It is the prize part
Fish
of a
belly.
tuna for sushi.
Yeah,
or
somebody
sashimi.
told me they went somewhere and they had fish belly and they said it was incredibly and out of this world.
Here's something I want to try, Sean. If you're listening, find some hillbilly or redneck that's got some. Smoked alligator gar is supposed to be incredible.
I thought they were endangered.
No, they ain't endangered. Good Lord.
Or is that sturgeon, Alabama sturgeon?
Oh, yeah, that's Alabama. Yeah, there is no shortage of
They're
gar.
ugly anyway. I wouldn't because they're ugly.
Well, you ever seen alligator gar?
Yeah,
Trust
me
you,
too.
you do not want to put your arm around it and smooch. It is. And I mean,
Not very photogenic.
I've seen,
To
and
ruin your career.
as big as you or me. I mean, these things will get to 120,
All right,
130
folks, get out there, support local, be local, buy local. Tip your service, earn your tips, earn your tips.
Earn your in your tips. Get in your tips.
Something like that. You know what I mean.
You know what else they need to do?
What's that?
Provolone.
Bye, y'all.
Food in my belly.